Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy's dead, and Nick is king.
Back by popular demand.
He's back.
I just love having a new formation. Like, we've had Nick on the pod. We've had Jimmy out. I've been here.
You've had.
I think this is the first time we've had this triumph.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Nick's been in the most unique, conglomerations of the pod. I think at all, because there was like a couples pod when I was gone.
It's couples therapy pod.
Yeah.
Double date pod. Maybe not couples therapy. How did I get to that?
Damn, you okay?
Is anything cool?
Let's talk. But yeah, it's been like all four of me, Jimmy, Joe, and then Nick for animes slash. Probably me, Jimmy. If me and Jimmy and just you been on?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's just been. I did two. I think with you and Jimmy, and then the couples therapy pod.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Oh, and then the one that we crashed that one time that we won't talk about.
And so like for I guess people because that seemed like a lot, but we're on episode like 359. So you're our resident anime expert.
Indeed, I am. And proud of it.
And we bring you in for 1 yard in TD scenario.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
1 yard for the one yard.
I'm like okay.
First and goal,
just to get it over the line.
It in.
Yeah.
I'm just running through the defenders.
I haven't watched football for almost a year now, so I
can tell.
I forgot how it worked. Oh, football! Oh God, pull it out! So yeah, we're gonna finish off summer camp with some anime,
and I think I've got a great selection for us because I think it fits perfectly into the summer camp theme, and it also fits perfectly into the Summer Olympics theme, which everybody's talking about right now. You can't walk one foot out the door without hearing about Miss Simone Biles or that pommel horse boy. I don't remember his name, but
have you heard about?
Everybody remembers
that
pommel
guy
horse boy.
You heard about like Bob the swimmer dude or whatever?
Maybe
Bob the swimmer?
God, I forgot what they called him. It was like Bob the Dipper. I don't know. There was just in one of the women's pool races, swimming races.
Oh, the lifeguard boy.
Well, he was.
Man.
I mean,
he dives for like hats or something.
He
right?
was like 46, or something. But he was
just muffin toppy. But we appreciate it. We salute that. We salute real bodies.
Just a fine French man in a Speedo that had to just jump into the water and grab someone's hat, like swimming cap. And like they were like, oh, we'll call him Bob the Pool Boy or something like that. And that was a fun little clip. And also, why is Snoop Dogg I'm not complaining.
No, it's great.
It's fucking amazing. But like, why is Snoop Dogg our national mascot?
It's the best we can do.
I mean, I don't think you could do, much better, honestly.
Yeah, name somebody better than Snoop.
I also had the same question, and I think Claire looked. My question was, is this an NBC thing that they're like, let's get someone fun like Snoop, or was this a Snoop thing?
There is probably some synergy because he's going on The Voice in the fall. I saw an ad for that.
Yeah, but Claire had done some research, and it was like, yeah, Snoop has wanted to do this for years, and it like has been like having his people pitch it, and like finally they're letting him do it.
Yeah, I think I know in Tokyo he did like a studio show with Kevin Hart where they would just watch clips and then like comment on them, and I remember seeing clips of that show, and it was pretty funny. But yeah, we got to get him out, boots on the ground,
At first, for like the first couple days, I don't think I realized that he was there. I thought he just like ran some promos and was just like on every commercial,
just on a green screen
kind of thing. Because I wasn't really watching it, and we were just watching like YouTube clips. And then the last couple days, I've been watching like Primetime Olympics. And I'm like, oh shit, no, he's just there. He's just like, he sat down on the couch.
Part of the team.
It's like, let me talk about running 1 mile super high.
I saw him try and swim with Michael Phelps, and he did like half a lap, and he was winded.
He's gassed.
Yeah,
swimming's hard, man. Swimming's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's swimming against Michael Phelps.
But they were like in some luxurious like hotel pool. Like,
yeah. Some sort of infinity pool eats people.
That's how those work.
Yeah, that's why they're infinity.
Digging that top knot on Michael Phelps. You guys seen that?
I did. Yeah. He's rocking the top knot.
Got that
with the
hot
shaved
dirtbag
sides.
look.
Yeah, he's always been kind of a hot dirtbag. He tries to play good guy, but
No,
he's a heartbreaker. Ryan Lochte just is open about it, but I think Michael Phelps is.
He was a secret.
Yeah, he's a secret dirtbag.
Hound dog.
There's at least a portion of dirt in that bag for sure.
All right, do you guys want to hear the suggestion I have for the show?
I would, but right before you let me know that, Joe, what is this podcast about? Just in case someone's only here for Nick.
I need to remind myself. This is a TV podcast. We watch one TV show a week, usually picked at random. This month we are picking children's. Is it specifically children? Or
No, it is not.
It is not. I don't think
anime isn't, but maybe the other shows might have been.
Yeah,
They're like youthful or like summer camps. I don't know. Yeah, I mean things we watched when we were kids / that kind of just feel
Something
summery.
that gives you summer vibes.
Yeah.
Summer vibes.
Would today's show fit under a show that you watched when you were a kid? Or is
No,
it newer?
I've never watched this show.
Oh, okay. Well, then
But summer camp vibes.
yes,
Or summery vibes.
summer
Yes.
camp vibes. It's typically been kids shows, but we stretch a little bit to just still keep it campy. But we take a show per week and watch the first episode and the last episode and nothing in between and critique it based on those merits. And also we try to see if we can predict what can happen in the last episode based on what we've seen in the first episode.
What could happen?
Anything.
And when it's an anime, it literally is anything.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And Nick, you brought a show today.
I did. Like I said, in honor of summer camp and summer Olympics, I think we should watch a show called Haikyu. And what that show is about, I believe, like I said, I haven't seen it. But I feel like I have enough by osmosis to give a quick breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a show about a kid. I think he's shorter than your average volleyball player, but he wants to become an elite volleyball player.
Okay.
I realize that I have no chance of spelling this word correctly to get to it like Wikipedia.
It's Haikyu, maybe?
Oh.
All right.
I literally thought it was HAHIGH space Q.
Oh.
Volleyball show. I'm very into that.
Yeah, so sports themed shows is a big subsection of the anime genre. I don't know if you both were aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
I've dabbled in it. I started watching this newer show recently called Blue Lock, which is pretty interesting. It's like a combination of Squid Game and soccer.
Okay.
And that's been pretty fun. But I think Josh, you've watched some anime in your time.
Yeah, I've seen some anime.
And I think a sports themed show really kind of translates to that story of I want to get better, I want to become the best, I want to train, I want to be elite.
One of a good anime that I've seen is a sports anime that you showed us to watch was Yuri on Ice.
Yes, exactly. That's very similar. Yeah,
so good. It was so good. Also, if we're talking about sports animes, what's that one where the girls have like big boobs and butts and they hit it with a ball or something?
Kaijo.
It
was a sports anime about a made up sport called Kaijo, where women, well, I think there were girls actually, would wrestle, and the only appendages they could use while wrestling were their chests and their butts.
Oh, so it was wrestling?
Yeah, like they were trying to knock the other one out of the ring.
Oh man, okay. I remembered boobs and butts, and I thought they were playing with basically playing volleyball or like soccer.
No, yeah,
like
they were bumping and grinding on that.
Yeah,
I've seen like 2 episodes of that.
Yeah, me too. That's it.
This Haikyu, do you know if the kid is a girl or boy?
It's a boy.
Okay.
I think he's got red hair, but that doesn't really mean anything in anime.
Okay.
They just will throw random hair colors on kids.
I'm very into volleyball. My
Okay.
sister played volleyball. My sister's like 10 years older. And so I watched a lot of volleyball from the ages of 6 to 12 or whatever when my sister was in school.
Nice.
I was watching her through like high school and college.
You'll probably know the ins and outs, and that's another thing that's really, I think, fun about sports anime is that they don't gloss over the rules, or they really go deep into it, and
they take the sport seriously.
They take the sport very seriously. You know, people are maybe jumping 20 feet in the air and doing some crazy move. It's heightened. Exactly, that's a great way to put it. But they do stay faithful to the actual sport itself.
Yeah, that's cool. Which would be important especially if there are a lot of these shows already, like that you can't just be like the volleyball show that doesn't really make sense in volleyball if there's already a boxing show that does it really well. I remember there being a boxing one that like I had a friend there was a PlayStation 2 game that was based on the anime that like the boxing was from.
There's a couple boxing ones. There's basketball, tennis, soccer. I'm sure there are others. I think there's a rock climbing one I watched for a little bit. Yeah. You name it, they've probably got a show for it.
Man, like what sport would I want to, like if I could
get the anime treatment?
Yeah.
Cricket.
American football, I guess. Like,
oh yeah, that would be a fun one.
I'm surprised there actually isn't a football one. Just to give some stats for fun, the anime television series, it took a hot minute to find that. 85 episodes, 5 OVAs. Is that
means original video animation?
So just movies?
It's hard to explain how those are used now, because I probably can't fully explain it. But in the past, that was like a DVD only release or a VHS only release. Like maybe the animation's a little better. They get a little more time to work on it. Maybe it's like an hour and a half, or like 3-ish episodes in length. But now I think they probably just kind of drop those in between seasons of shows. It's kind of seeming like the trend.
Little fillers.
Yeah, because another recent trend I think in anime is that I'm putting on that nerd hat for y'all is that there's usually a longer time period between seasons now with anime, because there's just so much being created, and these studios are just so overwhelmed with work that like basically these showrunners just have to get in where they fit in, and so they just find a slot. They'll do the first season, hope it goes well, and then maybe 2-3 years down the road there'll be another season. Like Yuri on Ice is a great example. Like they had one season, it was a big hit, but there's really never been any follow-up. There's been a movie in the works for I think 6+ years, and still really nothing. And I wouldn't be surprised if next winter something just drops randomly,
like and 12 more episodes of Yuri on Ice. That's crazy, because I think we watched the first episode, the season, and then I was like, oh, we got to watch the second one. Yeah, and then I just think we never got to it. And I still, to this day, just thought we never finished the show.
Nope, there's just the one right now. Yeah,
we did technically. Okay, cool. Joe, watch Yuri on Ice. It's fucking awesome.
I think I've heard the music from it.
You definitely heard the music from it.
If you've been in a room with Nick, you've heard the music. And then this anime, Haikyu.
Yeah, I think is how it's pronounced.
April 6th, 2014 to December 19th, 2020. So it's been going on for a long time, or it had been going on. 6 years for only 85 episodes.
How many pro wrestling anime shows are there?
Joe just got a big smile.
I'm aware of like one that maybe had like a couple spinoffs.
Okay.
And it was, I don't remember the name of it. I've only seen really clips of it, and it was kind of like mid 90s, I think, is when it was kind of at its peak.
Sure.
And I think it was a little more tongue in cheek, not like a serious examination of professional wrestling.
Interesting, because I know that wrestling is big over there too. So
I
thought that would be big in the anime space.
Yeah, I feel like they drop, references to it in a lot of different shows, but I'm not aware of like a show that really zeroes in on that world.
There you go. Opportunity there.
Opportunity knocks. Make the show. Honestly, we've just been chatting about anime and all this stuff. Why don't we just jump in You know?
What years is this, and how many seasons?
I already said all this, Joe.
I think you said 14 to 20.
Yeah, 2014 to 2020, and then 85 eps.
Okay, cool.
So let's set.
Hey,
That's a word, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do that.
And then what?
Spike. Well, because you didn't bump
Spike
yet.
it. Yeah.
You bump, set,
Oh,
spike.
bump sets. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, episode 1 is called The End and the Beginning, Transliteration. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, I get it. The End and the Beginning. So that's what it's called in English. And then there was Owari to Hajimari is potentially the
the Japanese.
how you say it in Japanese as someone who can't read Japanese.
Yeah.
And that was April 6, 2014. So let's take a peek, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done from the first episode of Haikyu. It was called The End and the Beginning. It looks like I have a write-up. Let's do this one on IMDb, written by KAB, all capitalized. Hinata has been intrigued by volleyball ever since seeing the small giant playing. And Hinata is a Shochan. They call him Shochan.
Yeah, Shoyo, I think, is his last name.
Okay.
Or first name.
So Hinata Shoyo, and they call him Shochan a lot as well. After struggling to find a team, he finally gets to go to a tournament 3 years later for the first time. There they play against Kirigawa Daiichi, a powerhouse middle school, and Kageyama Tobio, who is infamously known as the King of the Court. Their match sparks an interesting rivalry between the two. However, a year later, when Hinata joins a high school volleyball team, he finds a new, unexpected teammate there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the King of the Court. Nick, what were your thoughts? Initial thoughts?
I mean, pretty solid setup, pilot episode, pretty standard fare for an anime. They're not going to really go all out in the first one, especially with, I think, a show like this where you're building off of past defeats or, adversity. I wouldn't say it was slow, but, it set the tone for what people who actually watch this show are probably preparing for is, it's a long climb to the top, there's no easy way out.
Yeah.
No shortcuts.
Man, when you're seeing the first episode of a anime, you don't know whether or not we're going to get a 50 episode anime to the end, or you're going to get a One Piece, which is never going to end.
Mm-hmm.
Which is how many? 1,300 episodes? What is it?
I think they're in the 1200s now.
Oh, only
just the 1200s.
Yeah.
It's easy.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. I think I liked it a lot. I think it did a really good job of putting emotion into this. Number one, I did not think right away they were they're middle schoolers. Mm-hmm. And then at the very end is when he just got to high school. Yeah. So this was I don't know, 8th graders or something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it did kind of this montage and stuff in the middle of Hinata thinking about how he wanted to become.
Yeah, that was a cool montage.
And it was man, you really injected a lot of feelings into this first episode. They did a really good job of being I care about this kid who really loves volleyball.
He's got a dream.
Yeah, that's a great point. It was emotional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did a really good job. The Frasier of anime, maybe.
Yeah.
And then there was some laughy lull parts.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you laughed a little bit.
Yeah. It's just got some levity to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty good sports drama. The best sports dramas use the sport as a method for storytelling to deliver, the dramatic stakes. The way that this one did it is again Hinata's putting together his kind of ragtag team of middle school volleyball players to because he just wants to do this thing and play volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
So they're clearly not equipped to go up against this team that's been training together or whatever. Was it a high school team?
No,
I think they were also middle school.
But just
they were just big.
Yeah, they're big elite. And they've been doing this. So they're overmatched. But at the end of the match, there's like a play that goes awry for Hinata's team where like the set like, you know, goes off balance. But because it goes off balance and then Hinata is able to chase down the ball and still kind of set up for a hit, like the opposing team, they were set up for, you know, perfect defense for if this play went perfectly, if the ball did go for the right position. But instead it went to the, you know, it just flipped into the wrong direction. So the defending team was not ready for it. And Hinata was able to go up and hit it, but it went out of bounds. And so that's like a normal thing that happens like in volleyball, like, you know, you get like a good spike, and it just, you know, you're just off target and it doesn't get. But like in the context of this show's drama, it's that, okay, this team isn't quite ready yet. They, you know, they can't put the ball right in the right place at the right time. But this guy Hinata has something. Mm-hmm. Like he's able to, like, whether it's just his effort or his brain to like get in the right position at the right time, he's, even though the play went wrong, he's not giving up on it and he's still going to try for it. And like, it's amazing that he got in position to spike it, even though it didn't work out. And that's something that like, that's what we're supposed to get out of that last moment is like, they're not there yet, but like,
and I think the montage did a good job of kind of foreshadowing that a bit, that there's nobody who wants to actually play volleyball with him. So he's just been training by himself. Any chance he gets, any stray ball that comes his way, he's going to find a way to try and get some practice in. And I think that shows like, if there's a ball in the air, you know, I'm going to go for it. And so you can tell that like, that's his, you know, that's a kind of, I think, common trope in sports anime is like, each player has like a special skill that like only they can do. And I think, you know, with Hinata, it's like he may be small, but he's got the ups and he's got the, you know, spatial recognition to find the spot to hit it. And then obviously Kageyama is like the setting king. And as I was watching this episode, I was like, oh man, I can't wait till like season 2 or 3 where they're on the same team and they're, you know, Kageyama setting him up for this epic spike. But then the twist of the end of this episode is that they're already on the same team now starting in high school. And so they're going to butt heads, but, you know, at the end of the day, they're probably going to be, you know, best friends and great teammates.
I mean, it is interesting because it's just like he sees Kageyama as the, you know, the king of the court, right? And there's a bit of like reverence that goes with that. But I wonder if like there's another element of that, of other than just like seeing him as like the best and the guy who runs his team. Like, is it jealousy? Is he jealous of where Kageyama is at? Or
I think it's the other way around. I think Kageyama is jealous of Hinata already. Like there was a moment where he's like, you know, he's so passionate and like he tries so hard and, you know, the love of the game or whatever.
Well, and even when he got that miss set, Kageyama was like, how did he even do that? That's impossible.
So where I think, maybe Kageyama started out playing that way, but it kind of got beaten out of him over the years with the elite training that comes with where he's at. And he sees this kid who's he's
got the passion for it.
Exactly.
Whereas he's very much part of a system now. You put the ball here, you do this. This is all just according to plan. It's all been scripted. But, you know, sometimes in sports, like you just like shit doesn't go to plan and like you get hit in the face and then what do you do? And like you need people that can react to those things.
And it's about chemistry. These super teams might not work out, you know?
So yeah, I think that was a good use of the sport, and it's not just like, you know, we're doing a drama and also it just happens to be volleyball.
It is fun that they're like with that they made the one guy super good setter and the one guy super good spiker. And I was like, oh, because like if you don't know anything at all about volleyball and you're just watching this, you're like, ooh, they're rivals and on the same team. But really you're like, oh shit, they're rivals on the same team. And they need each other. Like one supports the other one. And so like Kageyama can like fuck with Hinata, or like he can work with them because like, you know, whatever. I mean, there's going to be 4 other people on their team, and we have no idea who any of those people are.
Yeah.
We also don't even know because they're going to high school. So does that mean they're in 9th grade or 10th grade? I don't know.
I don't know how Japan works.
Yeah.
I mean,
guessing 9th grade.
So, I mean, because, so who knows? So they're in one of those, but they're, you know, low in the totem pole.
Yeah.
So there's varsity people that are going to be playing.
Yeah,
so like
that are even better and bigger than them.
Yeah. And like if these people, like they were middle schoolers basically, or junior high, depending on how Japan does it, like they'd be like, oh my God, you're so amazing. But now like in episode 2, we're going to be like, oh, they suck.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right away, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to like crush it. And they're going to like take over. And I'm like, oh wait, actually, maybe they're just kids that are trying really hard.
Yeah.
And now they're in high school and there's going to be 6 huge dudes that are like really good at volleyball. Especially volleyball is like a big sport. So I didn't even think, I'm just like thinking about how many different ways I should have predicted.
Yeah. I'm thinking of all the ways that I should have. I mean, I think of this in outside of this podcast too, not just because we watched a volleyball thing, but like I often think back and think like, man, I should have done like some sort of sport in high school.
Yeah.
Like it's like, especially for a lot of sports where it's just like they'll just take anybody, like, and I could be on like the B team freshman squad. Like at least it would have been like an experience. Like I totally could have like joined up for the volleyball team.
You were in 0 sports?
No, yeah, 0. I did when I was like 10, I did like a YMCA basketball league, which I think that turned me off on sports because like our team was just so bad news bears. Like there was like we were only able to field like 6 kids, and like I was like the second tallest kid. Like it was bad. We never won a game.
That's funny. I played football in high school for a little bit until I was like, hitting my team in practice is more fun than hitting a different team because they all suck, like, you know, or whatever. And you probably did sort of maybe what I eventually did was like, well, I guess I'm a sports kid, or I'm a music kid, and I was like, and I was trying to like play the fence for like 2 years, and then I was like junior, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna be a music kid now. But what was I saying? I don't know. I was just agreeing with Joe.
I just think it would have been. I mean, it would have been fun to just like try it as just for like a you know, life experience. When else am I gonna find I could go try to find a club volleyball team now and do that.
You could. Yeah, I played a lot of after I quit being in like football, like for real. Then I was just in a bunch of like co-ed, like, you know, intramurals, kind of stuff, and that was great. You missed that, I suppose.
Yeah, these shows
that was a lot of fun.
These shows really glamorize the, you know, camaraderie, the teamwork, you know, overcoming against all odds. But, you know, I played tennis my freshman and senior year, so it's a little different, a little bit more of an individual sport.
Freshman and senior year? Like you took a break in between?
Yeah. I was just hoping that the yearbook editor would just put a dash instead of a comma. But
what'd you get? Did you get a comma?
I got a comma. They did their work. The yearbook club was killing it.
Yep.
But, you know, the reality is different most of the time, you know, like, thankfully I feel like our tennis team wasn't good. So everyone was kind of united in that.
Yeah.
Where like, if we were good, then like I'd feel all this pressure, and I'm not a great tennis player. So like I would not do well under that circumstance. But when it was just like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, let's just have fun.
Yeah, we're all like, just trying to hit and like some good exercise.
You have really intense coaches that were like, all right, you guys suck today. You got to run 5 miles.
No.
No. We had that shit.
I'm sure in football you have that. Yeah. In tennis, it was like, it was the football coach, but I think he's just doing it for the spring paycheck. And he's just like, I'm working up plans for the fall, you know, for the football team. So you guys do whatever. I don't care.
Football was the worst sometimes because you'd be like doing something. There'd be fucking like 80 people on the team because it was a popular sport, and we had a big school. And then he'd be like, these 3 dudes were like walking right at the end, so I guess everyone's got to run to the park at the other school and then come back. And it was like a mile there kind of thing. And I'm like, no, dude. What?
I feel like if I was in that situation, I just wouldn't come back, you know?
Yeah.
I'll run to that park and just keep running.
Just run to that park and sit on the swings.
There is a lot. Well, and then it's like you do that. And if you have, because you have like, it's high school, but you still got a lot of big boys because you got linemen and stuff. And then they're like gonna die.
Yeah, they're gonna pass out
because they're not supposed to be like they're not supposed to be running this much.
Yeah,
we're making our linemen littler. What are we doing? And then you have to like be like, come on, you got to keep running because if you don't fucking run, we just got to do it again. You're just gonna make us do it again. Awful.
Look at us.
Look at me
telling old war stories of our youth and the games.
Trauma. My high school trauma.
And Joe's over there just doing Glee Club.
Hell yeah. Singing and dancing, wearing tights and shit.
Yeah. That sounds more fun.
Yeah. When I started doing that, it was way more fun. Man. So this show, Nick, we kind of learned it's 4 seasons long, and the show episodes are done. I mean, they finished in 2020,
right?
And it's 2024. The tail, we're over 50% done of 2024, so that we're at the tail end, right? Does that count?
Sure.
But there are like some more movies potentially coming out.
Yeah. So what I saw is that the show itself is over, but there's still some story to tell from the manga. And they're going to wrap it up in 2 movies. One of which I think just came out like earlier this summer.
Okay.
And then there's a second one that will be the final. So, what we're going to see today is not the end of the story, it seems like, but it's the end of the show.
Yep. So I hope we all took that into some consideration when we were doing predictions. Kind of knew about it. I think I did a little bit. So I got 4 for you boys.
So do I.
Number 1, I said Hinata gives us a fireball spike.
Oh,
like we get like a fire
like
animation. I was like, how do I get a little like mystic in there?
Is there a name for it? They always call out their moves. That can be a bonus point for you.
Yeah.
If it's a yes or no.
Kame Hinata Ya.
You don't have to name it, but does he name the move?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does. I say yes. Number 2, I think there's as worse to say, a Yoko Ono character. I think there is someone, because now they're in high school. They're probably a couple years in high school now. I think there's an issue with a girlfriend or boyfriend or something like that.
Who's like breaking up the chemistry.
Okay.
Number 3, I think we see another quote imaginary costume. So like when they had initially saw Kageyama, they were like it kind of like flashed a robe kind of by, and then it like went back to, and he's wearing normal clothes because he's the quote king of the court.
Right.
So I think we maybe have other nicknames or something that maybe like when he sees somebody like
the floor general.
Exactly, something like that. And number 4, I think Kageyama is out with an injury.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I like that.
I imagine they have their they finish their rivalry ish a little bit. And do whatever, but I kind of think maybe they're on the same team still. And just like this is like I might be on the sideline, but I can help kind of thing. And I have a special one, and I want to lay this out there.
Okay.
Maybe here's the deal. I got one more. You guys do yours, and then if no one has it, I'll propose what I'm proposing.
Okay.
So,
okay. Fair.
I know it's a long-winded way of being like, stay tuned to the end.
I can go. I think that 4 seasons, right?
Yep.
I think that in this season, Hinata's team are like the reigning champs. I think like season 1 is like, building up the team. season 2 is like the struggle, but not quite. And then season 3 is like
The
they
breakthrough?
finally did it.
Okay.
They broke through. And then season 4 is like, can we stay on top?
Okay.
So, reigning champs for season 4. I think that whatever the rival team is, have like a very like Hollywood rock star vibe. Like they're like celebrities, like they're too cool for school, like they make things look good. It's that kind of rival. I think that there's an in-game injury that we see on screen.
I hope it's Kageyama.
Oh shit. Devastating. And then my last one is I think there's a beach game.
Ooh,
Beach volleyball is
fun.
kind of its own different sport, but I bet they play it as for fun and maybe to get some just like
Top Gun montage.
swimsuit action. Yeah.
These are all great predictions from you guys. I'm impressed.
He's like the nanny shows up.
I will say a couple of mine are similar to some of yours. So I'm saying that this episode, it's nationals. It's the final match. This is their second trip to nationals, but they didn't win last year. Lost in, heartbreaking fashion.
Mighty Ducks Part 2.
So it's a little different from yours, Joe.
Okay. Yeah.
Josh, similar to you, I'm saying there's a girl in the mix. She's into Hinata. He's oblivious or too focused on the game to notice.
Okay.
Or to pay attention. It's like, I got to put all my energy into this game. Sorry, babe. All right. My third is that, I mean, you guys can tell me if this is too much of a gimme, but there's like a new-ish or new to us cocky player on Hinata's team who is hot dogging it, trying to take over the game for himself, trying to make a name for himself, and he almost blows it for them by doing that. But then they talk him down. They remind him, hey, there's no I in team. We got to do this together.
That's totally fine. That's a lot. A lot has to go on there. That's a good. That's not a gimme.
And then my final is that Hinata scores the winning shot.
Yeah.
What's the three moves you guys said? There's
Bump, set, spike.
So the cocky guy's the bumper.
Okay.
Like he's the bump expert. So he's gonna bump. Kageyama's gonna set him up.
Nice.
And then Hinata makes the winning shot.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it. So now to my fifth prediction.
Okay.
Yes.
Because sometimes when Jimmy's gone, we got points week. And so I propose that all of us get a point if we have a bump queen or king or whatever,
Okay.
we have the set guy.
Yeah.
We have the set king of the court. We have whatever Hinata is going to potentially be called. It's the spike master. And then we have the bump. I just called him a bump queen, but
Okay.
who knows? So if we get an actual bump queen with like a nickname, then we all get 1 point.
Sure. I'm in.
Okay.
Just a group.
Yeah.
Prediction.
Defense is important.
Yeah. Exactly. So looking for a bump queen.
Aren't we all?
The finale is called The Promised Land.
Ooh.
It aired on 12/18/2020. We're going to watch that. We'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of Haikyu. Hey, tell us when we're saying it wrong.
Tell us.
Because we are.
Come at us.
It's called The Promised Land, and I have a little write-up here. Looks like it's on IMDb from Anonymous, potentially. Karasuno's second match against the ultimate competitors in Narizaki, so those are both high schools, Karasuno and Narizaki, comes to an end with Karasuno coming out on top. Now they must prepare for their most anticipated game against their formidable rivals, Nekoma.
Rad.
Yeah. A bit anticlimactic for being the final episode of the show. And like we said, there are movies in the works. But
still, like, this is December 2020, and then the movie came out sometime earlier in 2024. So it still took over 3 years.
Well, I mean, just the fact that it basically took them 10 years. Yeah, they're 10 years into the show now, and it's still not over. I think this is a great example of what I was saying earlier with these production times just getting longer and longer.
It's pretty amazing that a lot of, Japanese anime watchers have so much, I guess, patience when it comes to their shows. A lot of...
I wonder how many people stick with it, though, if there are a lot of drop-offs over the years.
I mean, if you watched this show from 2014 to 2020... it would come on, and if you somehow stayed there and then you just literally forgot about it, and you're like, well, okay, whatever, and then you just randomly heard the movies out, you'd probably watch it, right?
Yeah.
And my guess is a lot of people turned to the manga, which is probably had a more regular release schedule and was more or less weekly, and then they finished the story there. So, they're still getting their money.
Yeah. It can be, a plus to, especially if they've been going with the show for a while. It can be hard to keep that attention, but then if you take a break and then it's like, oh, hey, Haikyuu's back. There's a new,
there's a fine line.
Yeah, there's an OVA. Maybe that would generate some interest. They're back. This episode started with the match point.
Yeah. So we didn't get to see any real action. That's what I was looking forward to.
They were recounting stuff from the last game.
Yeah.
But the episode started with the final point of the final game of that match.
Yeah. And then really it was they focused on the losing team in Arizaki. I think I think if that's right.
Sounds good.
They focused on them and literally their thoughts and feelings and how they were going through the loss.
That was interesting. I did not expect that.
Yeah. Right when we were seeing that, I was like, oh man, are we hitting up multiple high schools now?
Yeah, do we know these characters?
Yeah, I mean,
they
cut to so many different characters throughout this episode that tells me that the character list has probably just grown exponentially.
It's crazy
from what we've seen.
Yeah. So we focused on the losing teams, thoughts and feelings, and them processing what's happening, and then a little bit of I'll promise you better make it to this because I'm gonna beat you then kind of thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Hinata, who we assume is the main character of the show, wasn't really the focus of this episode.
No. Yeah.
There was really no internal dialogue with him. He was really kind of on the periphery, and it was all his other teammates or opponents that kind of had the spotlight here.
Yeah, the most we got from Hinata was we fucking did it. We're gonna play Nakoma.
Yeah, and he had a really great save.
Yeah, and he's like, "Did you see that cool move I did?"
Yeah,
that's basically it. And then we also focused on the Nakoma team, that high school, and them being oh, they got this good guy and they got this good setter. That funny enough is the things that they said a lot was they had this amazing setter. They were talking about Kageyame.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, that's true.
Even, and it was he had a little bit more lines potentially. And then there was maybe she was a manager, or maybe she was on the girls team or something. There was a couple girls.
Yeah,
that were just around that they were joking with after they won. That were hanging out with the team,
right?
But they seemed like they were either a manager or girls volleyball players. I couldn't figure out which one they were. Man,
I'm really surprised there wasn't a girlfriend storyline.
I'm not that surprised because I feel with anime, they kind of separate those things. There are specific, if you want to watch stories about boyfriends and girlfriends and high schoolers falling in love, they have a ton of different shows that do that. If you want to watch your sports stuff, they're going to focus on that.
Yeah.
And, even if you watch a Dragon Ball or whatever, people get married and have kids, but that's all happening off screen. And it's really not a focus.
Yeah, Goku's not hanging out.
Yeah, Father of the Year. He's not winning that.
and Husband of the Year. He's a lot of things.
He's got to save the world, okay?
Yeah.
Most of the time, he's not doing that either.
He's just I want to fight.
Training.
Yeah. So I was I put a prediction that there'd be some kind of love story, or at least a female character that was a little more prominent. But again, I feel like we saw glimpses of a lot of people that maybe had bigger stories lines in previous episodes or seasons.
Because there was a glimpse of that in the first episode where they're teasing what's his name, the main guy, Hinata. They're teasing him about like, oh, we saw you like practicing with the girls team. Are you on the girls team? And he's just like, no. And they're like, what? Do you have a crush on someone there? And he's like, oh, like maybe. And I thought, there would be, some kind of continuation of that, of like, oh yeah, there is someone on the girls team now that like he's like dating or is will they won't they with.
I mean, could have been,
could have been, yeah.
We might just not have got enough information on this episode. They kept up the like, just like, this is super intense and super important. Like this, like
the emotions were high.
I'm trying to think of a different venue that I could watch like a volleyball TV show like this and like really be sold on their earnestness like I am in this.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, this is like life and death right now. Like you've got to win or else you'll be like, you're not Japanese anymore. I don't know. Like it's crazy.
Anime has that crazy ability to make
At the same time though, sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're not fucking like gonna kill each other after the game. They're just like, hey man, like pretty good game. We'll get you next time.
Yeah. I just like, I think it's like, it's weird because I'm like, I mean, I really like volleyball. Like I really do. I love watching volleyball. It's fun. So I'm into it. But then we saw barely any in this episode. And we saw obviously a lot more in the first episode. But even the in-betweens of just like, they're just like inner monologues and them like monologuing to each other about how like they've got to like be better and win and blah 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 is like weirdly compelling. Like not a very good final episode. Because like clearly they're like, we're on day 2 of this tournament, and we have to we're going up against this new team next. So not a good final episode, but like a good episode as far as like it kept the like feeling, I think, of the first. Like it did not lose any heart.
Yeah, very true.
Like I really don't feel like it lost any heart. And I was like, oh my God, I want to know what happened in between. Like I don't even know how many years this is. Like 2 maybe.
Well, I think they were saying that Kageyama, they said, was a first year, which makes me think he's a freshman.
Are they in college now?
No, I think he's a freshman. So I think they're still in the
continuation.
Very first.
Wow.
Like, we started the episode their freshman year, or first year, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think they're still in their first year, maybe.
Huh.
Wow.
And they said it was January, so it's been
one semester.
How long. Yeah. Yeah. I think actually like Japanese schools start at different times compared to us, and like kind of almost go all year. So who knows when
they do go like all year, I think.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. And you could build some things into the earlier drama of just like, the conference championships or whatever, and before you get to like nationals or whatever they're doing now.
And Josh would probably agree, Yuri on Ice did a good job of that, where it was like,
Jesus Christ, they did.
It's like, like conferences, regionals,
made up all kinds of whatever tournament it should be, and you're like, fucking go, Yuri.
So I'm sure that they had many hills to climb throughout.
Well, I'm just even thinking like, based on the end of the first episode, it's just like you can waste like 15 episodes on just him and like Kageyama getting like in sync to even play
just
together.
Training,
just like I've seen Dragon Ball Z. They can make training go for a long time. I thought it was great. So as a first and last, maybe not amazing because obviously we have a movie that came out in 2024, and there's still like another one.
There's another one on the way. It sounds like
because the one in 24 was called the Dumpster Battle.
Yeah,
and
the Dumpster Battle.
The Dumpster Battle. Well, and
they
you notice?
Alluded to it.
Yeah. So the show like ended. This last episode like ended basically, and the credits rolled.
Yeah,
and then it had an after credits scene of like their coach or just like another
maybe like a coach and some old man.
Yeah, it was like
used to be a coach.
Yeah, I think it was like the Karasuna coach, and he was just like, "Oh, they're gonna win, they're gonna crush it." And the coach was like, "You are dumb, like, come on, man." And it was like, "I promise you, at the battle of the," he said like the battle of the garbage
dump or something.
Yeah, the battle of the garbage dump. He's like, "I promise you, like, they're gonna crush it, and they're gonna beat Nikoma." However say it. Who knows? Who knows? But like, yeah. And then it was like, they're gonna do it, and it was like, oh wow, there's just this is like the end credit scene after Tokyo Drift. Like, they're connected, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you, Josh. Not a great example of a first and last, maybe, but I've heard nothing but good things about this show, and I would imagine this is the kind of show that if you get into it, you're gonna be on the edge of your seat with, the characters in the audience watching these volleyball matches, and like, oh, come on, you got to get that set or whatever, you almost start talking like it's like a real team. So I don't know if I'll go back to it. I might someday, but I think this was a good introduction for me to see what this is all about.
Yeah, I think both these episodes, whether or not they're a good finale or good first, I think, but it did I think really inform you on what this show is going to be like.
Oh, and there's one I think interesting side effect of this show that I remember reading a story about.
Epilepsy?
No, relatively recently, is that Japanese volleyball has become like much more popular in the country, like to do the sport and to watch the sport because of this show.
That's so crazy, because like, imagine like a hit sports TV show came on in America, like United States. I don't think that then relates to more people watching football or more people watching base. Like, if a really good baseball TV show came on, like, in my mind, that doesn't equate to more people that actually watch baseball. Yeah, but like, Japan's like, did you do this fucking anime, dude?
We should be like that kid.
We should be watching volleyball. Like, it's so fun. And yes, you should be watching volleyball, because volleyball's awesome.
Volleyball is fun. It's a very action-packed sport. Yeah.
Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, similar. I will say that I really did like the first episode. Just in the tone and action, and that we got like a full game. Again, like how they use the game for the drama is key to a good sports drama. And then in this last episode, just didn't get as much of the sport. I mean, just didn't get as much of the game. Yeah. And more of just like aftermath, which makes sense if that, you've been watching this show and know these characters. And
my guess is that match could have been 2-3 episodes previous, the prior episodes.
Yeah.
So you needed that come down almost.
Predictions?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I went first, so I'll get this out of the way. I said Hinata fireball spikes, so that didn't happen. He had a great hit. He had a great bump. Yeah. He didn't even spike.
Yeah, he was getting his bump on in this episode.
Yeah, he was the bump queen. So that didn't happen. I said there's a Yoko Ono character, and there was a couple girl characters, but they were nice, great, and supportive. I said we see other imaginary costumes, as in like we saw the king uniform for Kagame earlier, and nothing like that happened. And then Kagame is out with an injury. For the little bit of time they actually played volleyball, he was playing and fine.
Yep.
And then I'll just knock this one out right away so we don't have to come back to it. There would be a bump queen nicknamed character or whatever for the person it was a good bump. And that person didn't at least bring themselves to being to us, at least in this episode.
Yeah.
So 0.
Zeros. I had that Hinata's team of the reigning champs, and I think I'm just like way off on timeline here.
Yeah, you're a year too early, potentially.
Yeah. And I had the rival team are like rock stars, but they were not. They seemed very down to earth and just like another team of dudes who are trying their best.
I think it was like an upset they won.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was
Those
like...
twins seemed like they were...
Yeah, they were like... No,
they got like trendy haircuts a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, they were like, the Mia twins are on.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually got, they called out a move, and were doing it at the end. But then got blocked. But
yeah.
So it seems like they were kind of rock star.
They're notable, but they're not like show offs or anything.
Sure.
Yeah. I had an in-game injury, and no, everyone's fine. And then a beach game, which there was not.
And I was so into
it's
beach
January.
Yeah.
All right.
So none for me.
Yep. Not looking any better for me. I had that they were in nationals. It was the final match, and this is their second trip to it. They were in nationals, but it was not the final match, and who knows if they'd made it there before. It seems like maybe not. I had that there's a girl who's into Hinata, but he's oblivious to it. Like Josh said, there were some girls on the show, but nobody really interacting with him.
Inconclusive.
I had that there was a newish cocky player who's hot dogging it out on the court, and we didn't really see anything like that.
Raw dogging it on the court.
And then Hinata scores the winning shot, and he was set up by Kageyama, and Kageyama did have the winning block, but yeah, that's going to be a goose egg for me.
Everybody scored 0 points.
No.
You're not going to win this season.
I know.
Nick. Way to go from potential. Oh, I think Jimmy dethroned you as highest scoring single episode.
Damn.
Also, when I declared that, Jimmy also said that I think I declared that and it's incorrect. Someone else had already scored higher. But you have been deemed, at least at one point, a holder of the highest
I'm in the
scoring.
record book somewhere.
You're in the record books for sure. Listeners, that's going to do it for Haikyu for us and Haikyu. God damn it.
Haikyu?
Haikyu. If you want to send us show suggestions or comments or whatnot, you sure can at FNDL Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter. Joe needs to know if there's a wrestling anime. Nick needs to know if there's a snowmobiling anime.
Ooh.
Could be fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the video? It's called Sled Storm. It was on PS1.
Yes, I remember that
It
game.
had Rob Zombie played.
Just like 2 songs on repeat,
Yeah,
probably.
it was fucking great. Anime such as that, let us know. Nick, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, guys. Always happy to be here, be your little anime guru.
We need one because this is fantastic. I never would have seen this ever if it weren't for you.
Oh, good.
So, it's fun. But that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Be good.
How did dick straws even become a thing? Like, it's not like we have like,
Booby straws.
yeah, it's not like we have like titty cookies or something. Or like